Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. May 30th, 2023. Buster and I back down here at the shop. Got a few things we're working on this week. Gonna do a little garden update. Usually do it on Monday, but yesterday being Memorial Day, we relaxed with some friends at the lake and enjoyed that time together. Here I am back with a Farmall. Show you a little something I've made for it. Made me a little pin-on receiver hitch, just out of receiver. It looks like some kind of adapter is what it was that I had over in the shed from who knows where. And put me welding a couple little tabs on there and got to work at this pin on there. And this little old basket that I had laying around in the weeds for a while, put it on there where I can carry my shovels and rakes and picks and stuff with me. And I guess that's probably about all I've done to the Farmall. I'm thinking I'm going to be taking my cultivators off the front pretty soon, putting the healers back on, see if I can't run through the corn again. It's pretty high though. Corn's probably pushing a good 3 foot, maybe 4 foot in some places. We'll take a little walk out there and see what it looks like. One of our friends up the lake was discarding that. I said, oh, give that to me. I'll lay me some boards across that thing and make a little swing for it. Tomatoes are coming on along. These orange Wellingtons are coming on out. Let's see, these were the big rainbows, I think. They're putting some tomatoes on. I'm going to start feeding them more this week. You start these container gardens out with soil and compost and black cow and all the stuff you add to it. They grow wonderful. And then, it don't take long to start to run out of nutrition. And you have to start feeding them whatever. I'm going to do Miracle Grows, what I'm going to be putting on most of the stuff. Got a nice little pepper right there. And these little golden cows, I don't know how big they're going to be. I'll just have to see, I guess. Some bales coming on up. Jalapenos. I picked quite a few jalapenos so far. That's something a little different right there. A little hosta that I dug out of the ground, split it up a bunch of pieces and put it in there. And some old rose twigs that I got put in some water, see if they'll sprout. I don't know, we'll see. My little forest of tomatoes here. I'm trying to see how they're going to work out. They're just going to be little cherry tomatoes. They're coming on along looking good. Now, let's take you out to the big garden. I had a lot to do today, and especially after taking 3 days off, which we were up at enjoyed a little time at the lake Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Had to come back down here Sunday to take care of the chickens. They'd be out of water and our food. Got them taken care of, so took care of the essentials. Not a lot to do in the garden right now to let them just kind of let it grow. And we got down to the mid-50s the last 3 or 4 nights in a row. And that slows the growth down some. But anyways, it's coming on up. The corn looking good. I like it. We'll take a little quick down through it. I'm gonna get the Farmall out here, see if it'll run over this corn without causing any damage. These try it down there on one of the field corn rows anyways. Whoa, I almost stepped on him. There you go. Big old turtle there. I guess burying some turtle eggs in the ground. Buster found him before I did. That was good. Yeah, we're We're probably what? I mean, we're above our waist on this stuff anyways. It is coming on along. I had rain in a couple of days. Let's go over here and we'll look at our little bitty garden too. The one I just kind of was going to abandon. There were just two big oak trees there I had taken down, and it just didn't come up well on the tree on the end that the trees were on. But on the other end, it kind of done pretty good. I'm kind of trying to salvage a little piece of a garden out of it anyways. Got my cucumbers over here, just a little small patch of cucumbers, give them some fence to crawl up. I think I done that Friday. And then I got over here in this little squash patch, and scooped the squash up. In other words, I took the squash down there that looked pretty good. I filled in this half a row. I was gonna let the other part of it just go, but let's see how it does. But I ended up with what, maybe 25, 30 foot right here, maybe just as wide. So this is kind of like a little second squash patch that I'm hanging on to. And then I come in here the other day. I don't know how this will work out, but father-in-law gave me a 2 or 3 packs of sunflower seeds. So I thought I'd just put them in the ground, see what's going to happen. We got a few little squashes coming up over there. Blueberries, they're starting to turn. I say the next few days we're gonna have. I'll be picking quite a few blueberries. Let's go this direction. Grass is a little bit wet. It's not cut, and you just start walking through it, your shoes will be soaking wet. Got a little streak down through the field right here. I figure that's where the fertilizer hopper might have been dropping some fertilizer. Well, I'll be doggone. There's another big old turtle down here. Check that thing. I don't know about this. They're active. Buster's a pretty smart dog. He knows to stay away from a lot of stuff. If we'll run across a snake or something, he'll bark at it. He'll let us know it's there. But he knows not to mess with it. Of course, he was no rescue. Found him off out in the woods. Boy, I can tell you can tell they need a couple of them starting to look like they need some water. They just kind of exploded after that. Just really took off after that last rain. Got one over there still gotten too big, which, you know, that's kind of funny. And I forgot I picked it Sunday, I guess. Picked a little mess. I'm fixing to get down here and pick a basket full here. I guess I'll be cutting it up, and maybe cooking some of it, maybe putting some of it in the freezer. Goodness gracious. It's the second walk I've done this morning. I tell you, it just looks like they've grown since I went for a walk this morning. Yeah, the squash is here, that's for sure. Okra, it's coming on up. I might get some 7 dust a hold of it. I can see where some bugs been eating on the leaves. My peas and corn, my beans and corn. This little old patch looks like it's getting full of beans. Corn's coming on up. Haven't seen any beans even look like they might be getting close to pick. Just little small things, 2 or 3 inches long. I'm liking my corn patch though. My silver queen's doing the best. If the crows hadn't got in here and took so much seed out earlier, I'd been all right. But I did end up with actually 5 real good rows of silver queen. This is the 6th row. I transplanted some of it instead of hoeing it out. I got out there with my shovel and I just scoop it up and come around here and put it somewhere. Most of it took, some of it didn't, but most of it took. And I sure would like to run over there with my Farmall and heal that up again. Maybe even put a little more fertilizer in there with it. I don't know if the tractor's tall enough for that. That's getting on up there. That's probably pushing 4 feet in some places. I don't know. Maybe I'll get down here on one of these field corn rows and just try it down here, and if it doesn't seem to damage the corn, just go for it. There we go. That's kind of the update on my garden for today. I'm trying to at least update it once a week, every Monday. I planned to garden on a Monday. I'd have to roll the videos back to see which it was. I know it was that week I was on jury duty. I come in that Monday and just loaded the Covington planter up and come out here and planted everything. And which was kind of cool. Usually I'll have it tilled and ready, and then usually I'll do it by hand. I'll take that little old bicycle with a plow on the bottom of it, make me some little furrows, drop some seed in it with an earthway, and cover it up with a rake. That's just been my normal way of doing things over the last bunch of years. Of course, like I've said in other videos, I got a hold of that little old Farmall, and hey, it's been on from then ever since, So now I got a big old patch of corn. Planted everything with a Farmall. It has kept my garden much cleaner for just controlling weeds. We're about the point now though. If I can run the healers through one more time, the scratchers through, that's probably about all the cultivating I'm going to be doing until it's time to just plow it all under, maybe start another garden. I'm sure I'll get to hit the okra when it gets up a little higher. I'm not going to do anything to it. It's maybe 18 inches high. I'm going to try to get there and roll some dirt up against them. Yeah. Anyways, let me get back to the shop. I'm going to get me a basket and come out here and pick me some okra. I guess that's going to be not okra, but squash. I guess that's going to be the second thing I do, because the first thing I do is put some water in a chicken's pan. Then I'll pick squash. What I got going on in the shop here? I got a couple of little projects. I gotta mow some grass. I know that. Just hit a couple of spots up there in the yard. I'm gonna be doing a little renovating down here. Just kind of make me a little, I guess you'd say, a bathroom and a little kitchenette, where I can, have a bathroom, place to kind of make a sandwich or fry an egg or something, whatever I want to eat. A few little things I'm going to do down here. One other thing I better not forget. It's my wife and I's anniversary. So I better at least get over and pick her up some flowers and card and maybe a little candy, all those things a good husband's supposed to do. And I would say take her out to eat, but Lord have mercy, me and her eat so good the last couple of days. Between the hamburgers and the Connecticut sausage and everything else that we've had, and hot dogs and chicken and ribs and Lord have mercy, my refrigerator's so full of leftovers. I shouldn't have to cook anything for 2 or 3 days. Well, all right, let me get busy. I'm gonna pour a little fuel in this Farmall. I think it's kind of low. Let me get my gas gauge out and check it. How many of y'all got a Farmall gas gauge that looks kind of like this right here? There you go. Let's see what it's got in it. Wipe the end of it off, you know. Let's see what we're looking at today. Oh yeah, we kind of, as long as I stayed on level ground, I'd probably be all right. Well, I had my Farmall gas gauge right there. I put a little something on this up here the other day. I get tired of listening to hearing that thing and pap, 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 pap. I'm putting a little weight on the back of it just to, that way when it's running, it's not up there just a banging back and forth. Not quite sure I even like them, but it's on there, so I bought it, paid for it. I mean, it don't sit out in the weather. It sits in the barn or under a shed. Well, all right, thanks for watching the channel. It's just a little garden update. And if I get a little project started I think any of y'all might be interested in, I'll film a little bit of it. I got a couple pretty good sized projects ahead of me, especially once I get through with the Farmall. I'm gonna start pulling this thing down, rubbing on it, painting it, trying to get her where she looks a little bit better. I'm gonna start with that transmission again and see if I can't quieten it down. It works fine, it's just noisy. Which it has more to do with the oil slinger gear than it does anything. That's what's making all the racket. I do know the gears had been, transmission full of water when I got it, so the gears were somewhat pitted. I don't know. I mean, none of them are quiet, but this in here, it's just louder than it should be. So I had a couple of ideas, and one of them was, is actually running. If the oil slinger's not running, your bearing's not going to get oil when it's idling. When it's sitting there, the clutch out in neutral. The only shaft it's turning is that upper shaft. The bottom was not moving. And your reverse idler and your little slinger gear. Those are the only things that's turning when you're sitting there and idling. It makes a lot of noise in neutral. I know it's not the bearings, they're brand new. And of course I've had the cover off. It's that reverse idler, that's all there is to it. And that slinger gear. So I thought, well, if I could take that slinger gear out, I had to create a spacer to take up the slack that taking it out would create. And putting sealed bearings in it, which, you can get these bearings sealed. Then it wouldn't really hurt it to sit here and run in neutral. Now, I'm not going to leave it just sitting here forever and ever running in neutral anyways. But, I don't know. Just seems like an idea. And I don't think the older transmissions had that slinger gear in them. I don't know. I don't know everything there is to know about them. That's for sure. And I'll do a little more research and see if I can come up with an idea. But I don't know, that's just a thought I had. And there's not any information on the internet about it. I mean, I've searched YouTube from one end to the other, and there's very, very little information on these things. There's one guy that's rebuilt one, but that was about it. And as far as the assembly and disassembly of it, that's not a major difficult. They're relatively simple transmissions to work on. But anyways, enjoy your day. Have a blessed day. God is good. It's a beautiful time of the year. Get up early, enjoy this cooler weather. Because soon it won't be here. It'll just be hot. We'll be wanting some cooler weather pretty soon anyways. Thanks for watching, like and share.